Welcome to the collective energy and tarot reading for the week of September 12th through 18. I'm Pavan from Guided by Spirits. So let's dive right in. I will first tell you what I downloaded. As I was making my tea to do my divination, I started hearing the song Edelweiss from the musical The Sound of Music. Haven't thought of that song maybe ever, except during the movie. At the same time, I was actually I was thinking about the Ukraine-Russia situation. I was thinking about other political situations in the world. I was thinking about how artists, performers, entertainers are often the brave ones who stand up to corruption and the misuse of power. And then the song Edelweiss came through, and it wasn't like that song got sung twice in the movie, and what I was seeing was at the end, like when they're performing and all the Nazis are standing there like ready to arrest everybody, and they sang it sort of as a protest. And I just felt that from this, like that this week, people are really thinking about their countries, their homelands, with some worry, but with, God, see, it's making me all choked up. This is not my energy. People are really worried and afraid, and they feel so much love for their own countries. And anyway, that is in the air. That is in the air this week. When I did my tea reading, the first thing I saw was this black hole, and not like that circle, but like if you ever have watched sort of these like sciencey nerdy videos like I do, a black hole, you'll see it almost looks like a vortex that's like everything's being sucked in to this hole. And that's what I saw. Everything was just being gobbled up, gobbled up, gobbled up, like this vortex that was going into this black hole until there was nothing left. And I was like, oh geez, now what? And there was nothing except in one corner there was a very big bright sun. It had a lot of rays, and then after the black hole had swallowed everything whole, a goldfish emerged. You know those really cute kind of chubby ones with the really big eyes? That's what emerged. And so what this is telling me is that yes, we may be afraid that everything is kind of like never really going to be the same, afraid that everything's being destroyed, but it's not. Because the goldfish is a symbol of strength. See, God, I'm getting all choked up. This is not my energy. Okay. A symbol of, wow. Strength, resilience, survival, and life, of the indestructibility of life. Life always finds a way. Always. Think of all the times on our planet when there have been mass extinctions, mass destruction. Maybe it took a few million years, but life came back. Life finds a way. So, my Lord, if you guys are feeling this way this week, just know, especially if you're highly sensitive, know that it's not just you, it's this collective consciousness energy, and it could affect you and make you feel afraid, maybe a bit of grief even, but it's not all you. It's not just coming from you. Okay? And it's going to be okay. So let's start the tarot reading. This tarot reading is not just about the energy, but just to get some advice from the angels, from source, from the universe. I'm going to start with Archangel Michael. I always like to start with Archangel Michael. Very powerful, energetic being, a very protective, energetic being. If you're ever afraid, feel that you need protection, call in Archangel Michael. If you don't know this, Archangel Michael can be everywhere at once. He's omnipresent, sort of just like God. So you don't need to take turns asking for help. He can help everyone all at the same time. All right, what you got to tell us? Ah. Okay. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. 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 We got two cards that kind of mean the same. Right. Okay. Okay. Interesting. It's not interesting to you because you haven't seen it yet. Okay, here we go. Use your visualization to find the answer. So this to me says if you're looking for answers, you know, there are meditations that just focus on your breath, and there are meditations that are like guided, that are actual visualizations. It would behoove you to try that. It will help you to, it's saying you're having a problem that you're trying to solve. Doing this will give you different options. In fact, it's also telling you to, you don't even just have to meditate, but try and visualize different ways, different options of dealing with something. There's no just like one way. Because look, like the next card is you created this situation and you have the power to change it. And look, it's angel, well, it's Michael, but he's painting something. See, so what these two cards are saying, and then look, the next card is right. The next card is remove yourself from the situation. So what I'm thinking, and this is for all of us, kind of, I don't know if it's laziness or the feeling of being small or powerless, but we somehow, throughout history, allow a very small group of people, sometimes even just one person, to dictate what happens to the rest of us. We don't have to do that. We don't have to do that. It's actually ridiculous, don't you think? Don't you think that's ridiculous? I think that's ridiculous. I always have. You can't let a small group of people destroy everybody's lives. Just make everyone in the world unhappy and poor and miserable. It's not on, I tell you. And so listen, and I think that's what we're all worrying about. Stop, you know, when you watch news, even when you watch the lovely late show hosts who try to at least put a funny spin on things, yet they're all giving us these sort of doomsday scenarios, making our fears and worries greater. And don't play into that. Don't play into that. They're asking us to really just think. I'm not saying think positively in a you know, bury your head in the sand kind of way, but instead of thinking about what you don't want, think about what you do want. Imagine what you do want. Write, you know, whatever your perfect idea of how your life should be. Don't don't even, because we don't have control of others. We have control of our own life. So just start there. Start there. Start small. If we all do that, if we all okay, I know there are some very selfish, power hungry people in the world, but uh, I'd say most of us aren't. I think most people are good and kind and just want to live their lives in peace and happiness. If all of us focus on that, if all of us try to create that for ourselves, imagine that for ourselves and our loved ones, um, I think we can change the energy. I think we can change the world. And don't ever feel small and powerless. That Edelweiss that came through, that's about standing up to these people. It's you're not powerless, and there's power in numbers. There's power in numbers. And this says to get yourself out of the situation. But what I'm reading, because of the 3 cards, is this is our way out of this situation. If we all focus and imagine a better world, that is going to save us. So there. Next, I've been getting a lot of messages from Mother Earth this week. Personally, I'm really connected. So I feel she's really, really trying to come through, and she wants to come through for all of us. So many things have been crazy, like animal things happening. Anyway, Mother Earth would like to put in her 2 cents. So here we go. Mother Earth, what would you like to tell the collective? But the first card we have is celebrate differences. Yes. Yes. We're all different. And it's really funny. Yesterday, and I never think about these kinds of things, but yesterday, actually while I was showering, so that's always a sign that it's a download, because I sort of space out and I go into sort of whatever flow consciousness. I was thinking about the whole, cultural appropriation thing, and I'm not good with that. I'm not good with that. I don't know. I'd have to research to find out who coined that term, but it seems to me that that is actually racist and bigoted. That is keeping us separate, as in, like, you do your thing and I do my thing, and there the twain shall meet. If that's the way we rolled throughout history, I mean, then we wouldn't even be allowed to do yoga or meditate, for that matter, because I'm not from India. It's ridiculous. And if you think about it, I don't know, telling little children they can't dress up like someone from another culture. Why not? It means they're interested. It means they think it's cool. It's not disrespect. It brings us together. Celebrate the differences. That's what Mother Earth is telling us. We're not these separate things. Yes, it's very cool. When you come up in an isolated part of, place, yes, things evolve differently, even physically in animals. You see that, if something, if you've had an island, for example, the animal, like you would see in Australia, which is not even an island, it's a continent, but things evolve much differently. Animals evolve much differently than they did in other places, and that's cool. Celebrate that. But at some point, this world is getting more and more and more connected, so celebrate your differences. Don't keep yourself apart from the differences. It's like, I almost feel like the people who not everybody, because I think a lot of people are trying to be politically correct by promoting this idea, but It's not. At least it's not. Celebrate each other's differences. Learn from each other's differences. Take what you like that you've learned from another culture and use it. You know, if we all just kept, what if we all like learned something ourselves and it was really great and it could help a lot of people, except we didn't tell anyone because, I thought of it and you can't use that. This is my idea, right? Where would we be? How would our culture evolve? How would our economy evolve? It's don't be so separatist. Don't be so separatist. Ah, okay, and see here we got make a wish. And that's up here with the Archangel Michael. Make a wish. What would the perfect world be like for you? And just imagine it. Look, she's making a wish, right? She's got a tree growing out of her head. That's, and she's blowing on the dandelion. And that's, you think of these ideas, and yes, also even with this is about the spreading of ideas. She's blowing on these seeds, these wishes she's making, these ideas, and they're spreading with the wind all over the world. We don't feel separate. We are one. We can help each other. We can overcome small groups of people who are making the rest of us miserable. We can. And we have to do it by focusing on what we want and not on revenge or what we don't want and, oh, isn't this terrible? No, just have the idea. Don't be against something, be for something. That's how the law of attraction works. If you're into that, All right, let's ask the crystal angels. Interesting stuff. All right, crystal angels, give us some more information and advice for this week. No. Shuffle. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Well, actually, no, I'm talking to the card deck. Excuse my oddness. The first card that came out is natural beauty and authenticity. I think that's something we should celebrate in each other. That's what the angels want. Yeah. Learn to love and celebrate everyone's natural beauty and differences. Everyone is beautiful. Everyone's has, even the most horrific person is not all bad. There's something good about them. I think that's why, we often if we're watching a movie or a TV show, there's never a villain who's like purely bad. The most intriguing villain is one who also has things we like about them. And in the end, we almost feel bad when they come down. That's true of everyone. It's not black and white, and you don't know what's in someone's heart and mind or what motivates them. I'm not saying that means you should let them destroy the world, but all right, cool. So the next thing is opal. Shine and shine. Shine. Yeah. Okay. This says you're being guided to be courageous, but not courageous, just like really show up who you are and put on your big boy or big girl pants and show the world that you're more than what you've previously been showing of yourself. Right? So again, with this is about natural beauty, and the first card was natural beauty and authenticity. Again, we're being told, be authentic, let, sparkle and shine. You're not small. We are not small. We are not small. If we all would be more authentic and speak up, speak out, I think we can save the world, or at least make our lives better. And again, okay, diamond, you decide what you're worth. So these 3 cards, you would think that that's all this deck is about, but it's not, I promise you. This deck is really, it's you are more, we are all more than we think we are, or more than we've let on, more than we've dared to show, more than we've dared to believe even. So really start thinking and visualizing what you want your life to be like, what you'd like the world to be like. Nobody can solve all the world's problems, but together we could get a whole heck of a lot done, couldn't we? Okay, Archangel Oracle, and then I will do some tarot. I was guided to use all of these decks, so here we go. Archangels, what else do you want us to know this week? It's pretty obvious so far, I would say. Tell us. No? I have to get grounded. I started floating away from what I'm doing. Okay. You ready? Am I good? Okay. Just more of the same in that case. We've got the clairvoyance card. Again, if you can see it, if you can visualize it, you can make it happen. And if we stop feeling separate from other people, we can do this together. Not that you have to, I'm not selling you anything, but for example, I have an online monthly meditation group. When you meditate in large numbers, you can get a lot more accomplished. It's a far more powerful experience. They've done experiments with this. They've reduced crime rates in cities just by having a large group of experienced meditators meditating on peace at the same time every day. We can do this. Make this wish. Visualize your perfect outcome. And this card is not just about you as a person. I think this reading is really very collective, but also about each individual, because each individual being their most beautiful, authentic, outspoken self and celebrating everyone else's beautiful, authentic, outspoken self, that is a great, powerful thing. And don't focus on fear. That is the problem with what's happening today. That very large groups of people are focusing on what they fear, what they don't want, and they're messing it up for the rest of us. So focus on what you do want, focus on love. Okay, let's do some. Since Mother Earth wanted to come through, I chose the Fairy Tarot. fairy earth spirits. You think about it, yeah, fairies. There's fairy tales. There's all these different ideas of what fairies are. I think they're just the energy, the different energies of the plants. But maybe something more. Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what this one is. Okay, we've got the Queen of Autumn, which looks like it's the Queen of Wands. Be assertive when you know something is right. And then says everything goes the way you want it to go. Okay, this is, yeah, be assertive, stand up for what you want. If you do, you know, you make that wish, you stand up for it, you're assertive, you sparkle, you shine. We can do this. Really nice advice. Really nice. Thank you. Tell us some more. Oh, that's a big pile. That's not. Sorry. They stick together. They're too big to like do the. I have to shuffle them this way so they don't get bent, and then they stay sticky for a much longer time. All right, one card, one, just one. It's refusing. Okay, tell me. Okay, apparently it wasn't a mistake. All right. Sorry, just let me. What order were they in? If I picked them up like that, that means this was first. Okay. Okay. We have the 10 of spring. And yeah, this is about, yeah. Okay, so listen, don't feel like everything is on your shoulders, everything's your responsibility, you're too small to make a difference. It's ask others for help, work in a group. You can do it. Don't and also yeah, you don't need to be on 24/7. You can't hold on to this tension. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. It's gonna be okay. We don't have to be worried about this 24/7. The next thing they're calling it life experience. It looks like the Tower to me. Exactly. Okay. Yeah. Listen. Interesting. Okay, so this card is telling you that, you know, big things may be happening in your life or in the world's life. This is a collective reading. Big things are happening, okay? But we need to let thoughts that don't serve us, we need to let those go. So just like the other cards have told us, let go of the fear-based thoughts. Stop watching things that I can't think of the word. Stop watching things that make you feel more anxious, that make you feel like you were right to be more anxious about the situation. That's what you need to do. Because listen, even the black hole, that's also a symbol It's a symbol of transformation. And so is the tower. So what may seem to be catastrophic, like a black hole, things may seem to be falling apart, but if you focus on what you want, if you focus on how you would like it to be, you know, maybe your life isn't how you want it to be right now. That's good then, if a tower situation is happening, because that clears the way for a new beginning. And the angels have just told us how we can make that new beginning really awesome. And then we have the 10 of autumn. So 10 of wands, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. So this is telling you, listen, working as a community, seeing the world as your family, as one, this is what's going to create a better, more abundant world and life for not only us, but for our children and generations to come. This card, if you see, it's almost like this, it looks kind of like this utopia, you know, and that's, focus on what would be your utopia, and don't some people have done that in the past. Karl Marx, for example, don't go that route. Don't go in, when you're visualizing your utopia, don't focus on what you need, what you want other people to be doing. Focus on yourself. What do you bring to this utopia? What does your life look like, with or without other people? Do you see what I mean? Keep it sort of broad. Keep it general when it's something that involves other people. So I don't know, instead of saying, you know, so and so or these people, they need to do this to fix that. Okay, don't think of that. Just think that whatever that problem is that you need to solve, just imagine it already being solved, and don't imagine how, and don't involve other people in the fixing of it, right? Because you don't want to control other people. That's how we're in the situation we are right now, right? So yes, that's it. I think this is very, very clear. I don't see getting any more information out of this. So I'm going to end now with a postcard from Spirit. Angels, guides, ancestors, for the people who are watching this. So there can't be that many of us. So you guys get together and decide what we need to hear. I'm still a very small channel, you see. We could change that if you would like, and subscribe and share. But for right now, this is almost like a personal reading, really, if you think about it. This is for the big collective, but the postcard from Spirit, this is for the people that are watching. Tell us. Give us a postcard. Celebrate life. I'll read it to you. Excuse me. Dearest you, we need you to know that you can change things miraculously, oh my God, for you and everyone, and make things right. Oh my God. I have goosebumps. Oh shit. Okay. Whew. Okay. It's never too late. Forgiveness is about releasing yourself from the burden of an old story. That's what this said. You created it, you can change it. one in which you were a victim of someone else's actions or your own. You don't need to carry this around. You can set yourself free. Even advocating for good because of this experience requires your forgiveness to be effective. So don't be looking for revenge. Like that, yeah, remember the download I had about, you know, even the worst seeming people still have somewhere in them some good. Forgiveness is never about condoning things that were done. No. It's about letting yourself off the hook from carrying the burden. Okay, so carrying that need to see them fall, to see them punished. I know it's hard, but just mind your own business. Resentment and hurt are like viruses that spread to others. And that's what's happening. And that is the opposite of what you really desire, right? Imagine what your life would be like without the burdens that you carry when you do not forgive. You can do it. Everyone over here believes in you and adores you. Wow. Wow. It's wow. Okay. Could that have been more appropriate? I don't think so. So there you have it. These are the messages. If you, by the way, I'm doing a giveaway this month. If you would like to win a free one-on-one reading with me, then like, subscribe, and leave me a comment in the comments saying that you'd like to be entered to win. I will choose one lucky winner on the last Sunday of September. Yes? I will probably do it every month, but for now, let's just say this month of September 2022. I am wishing you a wonderful week. Stay positive. We can do it. Create what you want. Don't feel that you're separate from others. Celebrate others. Celebrate our differences. And celebrate your own. Celebrate yourself. Speak up. Sparkle and shine. Get out there. And that's it for me. I will see you next Sunday for a reading. I will also post my pick a card reading shortly. And if you enjoy other than tarot, if you're interested in how to manifest, I post about that every Friday. Until then, goodbye.